Hello chatbox out there. Today in this vlog I'm going to be telling you guys all about what I got up to on my Friday evening, my Saturday and my Sunday. So on my Friday evening I got back from being at work and I had my lunch and watched Home and Away, sorted out my Bluetooth doll. I then did Friday's vlog and quickly wrote a bit of my journal, and then I got myself ready to go off to a touch rugby game at Chipping Salisbury against the Chipping Salisbury's touch rugby team with my older sister and our touch rugby team. And I was very excited, a little bit nervous, and we got there and got set up, and then we started the game and it was so much fun. And we didn't win, but it's the taking part that counts, and we scored a few tries and I did some really great passing and catching and running, and I managed to catch one of the opposite team and they accidentally knocked into my foot and caused my legs to come together and me to topple over and land on the ground very hardly, and ended up hurting my coccyx, and so I had to be taken off and literally had to be helped off because I literally had the wind knocked out of me. And I then had a little bit of a rest, and the guy that accidentally knocked me over, I shook his hand and we were just laughing about it by the end of it. And if someone's going to fall over, it was going to be me, and it was such a great evening. And then at the end we got a group photo of all of us, and I'm going to show you guys that photo now. After that I got changed into my trainers, out of my boots, and we then went into the clubhouse and we had some pizza and some drinks, just had some cola, and then we were watching the rugby game that was playing in the clubhouse, and it was New Zealand playing, and they did the haka, which is so incredible, and my older sister's been lucky enough to watch them perform the haka, which is so cool, very jealous of that. And then me and my older sister got home, and my older sister stayed for a bit, then she went off home. I then got showered and changed into my PJs, finished writing my journal, and then I had hot dogs for my tea, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of that now. The hot dogs were so good. After that I then watched the UK soaps, finished writing my journal and putting that away. I was then just watching some stuff off record, just a bit of music, and then I headed off to bed. And then on my Saturday I got up ready for work. I got showered and changed and had some toast and a cup of tea. My mum was asleep, my dad sorting stuff in the house, older brother on his Xbox, older sister at hers, younger brother at his, and younger sister at hers. And then my dad dropped me off to work, and before work I got some flower shop snacks that I'm going to show you guys now. Such pretty flowers. I also got some plants out from there that I'll show you guys now. I love the little unit they have in there with plants on and plant pots on the top shelves. I also love the way they have the plants hanging from the windows like a little jungle, and all the succulents and cactuses and the pretty patterns on the plants. I then clocked into work, put my bag away, and it was me and one other colleague to start with, and we were just getting everything opened up. And I then was just running food and drinks, cleaning tables, doing some food and drink orders and bill taking, and I was on bar, so I was doing a lot of the drink making, and then I was just polishing lots of cutlery, putting clean cups and plates away. And more of our colleagues came on at like 10, and one of our colleagues came in at 11, and it got quite busy with quite a lot of people coming in for breakfasts and coffees, and the morning rush was quite busy. We had a good team on and a great player playing, so I caught myself singing along to some of the songs, and I saw and chatted to some of the regulars and was making fuss of lots of the cute dogs that were coming in, as my workplace is dog friendly, so I was giving them some bowls of water and some dog treats that we have on the side of the bar. I also was serving food and drinks inside and outside, as it was a lovely sunny day, so we had quite a lot of people sitting outside and inside. And then we had quite a busy lunch rush as well, quite a lot of bookings, so I was then just cleaning tables and buying even more food and drinks and making sure everyone was nice and happy and enjoying everything. And then by like 1ish, it calmed down. So my supervisor on shift said that instead of doing 9 to 5, I could finish it at 3, because at 3 we had 2 people coming on, and that means there'd been like 4 or 5 of us, and we didn't need all these people on shift. So I said, yeah, sure, no worries. And then by 1:30, it was even quieter. We had a few people come in, a few of the regulars, but then it was quite quiet, and so my supervisor sent me home at like 2:30ish, and so I clocked off, got my bag, and I went off and got myself some lunch from the co-op, and also got myself some flower stats from one of the flower shops. I'm going to show you guys now. Such beautiful flowers. Love the dahlias from there. Dahlias are so beautiful, such lovely colourful flowers. I was then just having a nice chat with the flower shop producers there, and then after that I went off and had a look around some of the charge shops, went into W. Smith's and to one of the book shops, and then I made the way back, and on the way back I got a frappe from Coffee Co, one of my favourite little cafes I haven't been into for so long because I've been so busy with work, and I had a white chocolate raspberry frappe that I'm going to show you guys now. It was so delicious. I got a photo of it in front of these pretty pattern plants, and then I made my way back, and on the way back I got a pretty autumnal leaf snap that I'm going to show you guys now. Autumn is such a beautiful time of year. I love all the oranges and the yellows. I then went on a massive walk on the way back, as it was a lovely sunny afternoon, and so I thought I'd enjoy the stroll back, and I got some flower snaps that I'm going to show you guys now. Such lovely flower snaps from my way back from being at work. Had such a lovely evening stroll back. I then got back and I had my lunch, sorted out my blue doll, wrote about my journal, listened to a bit of music, and I watched a bit of the Iron Mask with Leonardo DiCaprio from 1998. Such a great film. 90s Leonardo, what a hunk. Then I was just working on some illustrations, watching some vlogs and TikToks, and then my dad had got back from watching my younger brother play rugby. He scored the first try of the game and they won, and he was back, and then I was just doing a bit of colouring in on a clip on my phone and listening to a bit of music, and then my older sister came over, and for tea we had fish and chips, and I had fish cake and chips. I'm going to show you guys a photo of that now. The fish cake and chips was so delicious. We then watched a bit of Poirot and also watched a bit of Sherlock Holmes with Robert Downey Jr. as Sherlock. Then I watched a bit of E.T. I finished writing my journal, listened to a bit of music, did a bit of drawing and colouring in off the app on my phone, which is super therapeutic. I then got my uniform ready for work the next day. My older sister then went off to pick my older brother up from being at rugby, and he'd gone off to the club to have some drinks afterwards. He then dropped him home and she went off home herself. Then I went off to bed, and on my Sunday, which is today, I got showered and changed, ready for work, had some toast on the cavity for my breakfast, and I was watching a bit of TV just before work. My dad sorted stuff on the house, mum was asleep, older sister was at hers, so was my younger sister and younger brother, and my older sister had gone off to rugby training, and my older brother was going off down to the club as well. And then my dad dropped me off to work, and I got to work, I got clocked in, and like yesterday it was me and one of my supervisors opening up, and so I opened the door and put the latch on, and I don't think I did it right, but I really struggled to get around the door to put the latch on, really hurt my shoulder, but I think it managed to stay open, so job done. And I was running lots of food and drinks, cleaning tables, doing some food and drink orders and bill taking, saw and chatted to loads of the regulars, and was making fusses of lots of the cute dogs that came in, as we're a dog friendly place, so it means lots of cute dogs able to come in, and I was giving them some dog water and some little dog treats that we have on the side of the bar for dogs, which are for free. And then I was having lots of coconut milk teas. I love coconut milk so much, and it just tastes like you're drinking a Bounty chocolate, which I love. I love Bounty chocolates, and I cannot believe they're not in the celebrations boxes anymore. Gutted. Then I was just cleaning lots of tables, and we had a good team on, good playlist playing, and then at 1ish, this musician who comes in every so often on Sundays came in to perform, and he was playing lots of songs from the 90s and 80s, which I loved. I then finished at 3, I clocked off, I got my bag, and I headed off to get myself some lunch, and then I went off to my town's castle and got some autumnal snaps of the castle that I'm going to show you guys now. It's so stunning, all the beautiful red leaves all over the castle like that. I just love it. I then went into the little castle's cafe gardens from the restaurant they have in the castle, and they had some pumpkins and sweets and stuff like that in there, and I got some photos of that I'm going to show you guys now. So beautiful, cannot wait to be pumpkin picking and carving pumpkins and all things spooky. I then got a selfie in front of the castle's like wall with lots of like red leaves on, looking very autumnal, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of that now. Love a good selfie, and I love this jumper as well. My colleague, I got changed into this jumper just after I finished work, and my colleague said how autumnal it was and said how she liked it. And also one of my colleagues the other day mentioned I lost a bit of weight. I didn't think so, I still felt like a blob, but if they say so, always lovely when other people notice it and you don't, so that's good. And then I went off and went into the gardens and just looked around there, and there's a photographer taking photos of these ladies dressed in Tudor outfits looking like King Henry's wives, which is very cool. And I got a photo of them in the archway, but then the photographer got in the way, so I then had to delete it. If he hadn't been in the way, I would have had a great shot. I would have gone over and probably shown him, but like, oh, look the photo I got. I was like, no, my chance is ruined. I then went on a massive walk on the way back as the sun came out and there was lovely blue skies. It was looking a bit gloomy, and I did think at one point it was going to rain, but then the sun came out, so I went off for a little bit more of a walk, and I got some flower stats that I'm going to show you guys now. Such pretty flower snaps I was able to get photos of. Lovely colourful flowers and pretty petals on those flowers. Then on the way back from my stroll, I got another autumnal snap of some pretty leaves that I'm going to show you guys now. I love that massive bush full of beautiful red autumnal leaves. I get quite a lot of selfies in front of that bush with all those lovely red leaves. Talking about selfies, I went down to where my grandparents live, and the neighbours have got a lovely lot of sunflowers, and I tried to get a selfie in front of them, but sadly they've all started to die, so I wasn't able to. I then checked in on my grandma's neighbour, who is currently expecting a child, and congratulated her on the news, as I just found out. And then we had a nice chat, and she was asking me all about how my grandma was getting on visiting my aunt and cousins in Ireland, and my dad is currently, as we speak, off to pick her up from the airport, and she had a really great time, and I'm glad she had a good time seeing them. Then I made my way back from there, and I got 2 rose snaps that I'm going to show you guys now. Such beautiful roses. I love roses so much, and they're just so stunning. The pinks with all the lovely patterns and colours on. I then got home and I put my uniform in the wash and got my clean uniform ready for tomorrow. I'm doing a 5 till close tomorrow night. I'm then off Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then doing a 10 till 3 and a 10 till 3 Friday, Saturday. So I've got a nice week ahead, and yeah, always good having some nice more calmer shifts. And then I had my lunch work with my journal, sort out my Please Up doll, listen to a bit of music and just enjoying and colouring in. And my mum and dad got back from being out, and my mum was getting tea ready. We were going to be having a stew, but in the end we just had smashed chicken instead. And my older brother got back from being on a walk, and my older sister came over, and our family friend also came over, and then we had tea. And for tea we had Spanish chicken, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of that now. It was so delicious. And then for pudding we had some cherry crumble with custard, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of that now. The cherry crumble and custard was so delicious. My family friend stayed for a bit and then he went off home, and then I finished off writing my journal, put that away, listened to a bit of music, just enjoying and colouring in, and was just sorting out my Please Up doll. And I'm now off to go and watch last night's Strictly, and then watch the results show to see which celebrity is the first to go out. And then I'm going to be watching Hocus Pocus. I mean, it's got to be done. It's the 1st of October. Cannot believe it's the 1st of October. Only 2 months until Christmas. I mean, where is this year even going? It's just going so quickly. Cannot wait. Tomorrow I've got the daytime off, so I'm going to be watching some PG Halloween films. I'm not a big fan of the like scary ones, so I'll probably watch Halloween Town, Hocus Pocus, and Corpse Bride, and kind of things like that, which are like PG horror films. And cannot wait. Going to be putting my pumpkins up and probably show you guys that in an upcoming vlog. And yeah, I cannot wait to get all spooky. I hope you guys have all had a lovely weekend. All have a lovely rest of your Sunday. Have a great week ahead. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I shall see you with a new vlog coming very soon. Bye.